Stop. Don't scroll. Not this time. Because if you leave right now, you'll never know how close you were to something that could change the architecture of your body, the rhythm of every cell, the version of your face you wake up to. Listen carefully. You don't need hours. You don't need days. You don't even need belief yet. You just need 47 seconds of presence. 47 seconds. That's the gap. That's the window. That's the precise threshold the higher beings have opened for the ones who are meant to find this transmission tonight. And here's the truth most people aren't ready to hear. You weren't scrolling. You were being guided. The algorithm did not choose you. Something older, quieter, more deliberate placed this in front of your eyes at the exact moment your nervous system was finally still enough to receive it. Notice what's happening in your chest right now. That subtle pressure, that strange weight, that almost imperceptible pull. That's not coincidence. That's recognition. Your body knew before your mind did. Your cells started listening before the words even reached your ears. You've been carrying something for years. A heaviness in the face, a slowness in the bones, a reflection in the mirror that no longer matches the version of you that lives behind your eyes. And you've told yourself it was time. You've told yourself it was inevitable. You've told yourself this is what aging looks like, this is what life does, this is what bodies are. But what if none of that was ever true? What if every line, every fatigue, every dimming of the light you used to carry was not aging at all, but a frequency you forgot how to hold? Stay with me, because the next 47 seconds are not the end of something. They are the beginning of a recalibration that has been waiting for you since the moment you forgot you had biological authority over your own form. Breathe, slowly, fully. The transmission has already begun. Before we go any further, do this with intention. Tap like, because you are anchoring this moment into your timeline. Subscribe, because this is not the last time you'll feel this shift. And in the comments, write this now. I am untouchable now, not later. Now, because the moment you write it, you are no longer observing. You are participating. And participation is where transformation begins. Type those 4 words while the warmth is still in your chest. Type them while the field is open. Type them before the rational mind tries to talk you out of what your body already knows is true. I am untouchable now. 5 syllables. 1 declaration. A signal sent into the architecture of reality that you are choosing, for the first time in maybe years, to step out of the slow erosion most people accept as fate. This is not a comment. This is a vibrational gateway. Every person who types it tonight is sending the same frequency into the field, and you are joining a current that is already moving. Don't underestimate this. The chosen ones never do. You've been told that aging is biology, that it's chemistry, that it's the slow accumulation of damage that no one escapes and nothing reverses. You've been told to manage it, to slow it, to soften it, to apply creams and supplements and protocols and accept the long curve downward. What if that isn't true? What if everything you were taught about aging is the soft, scientific-sounding version of a much older lie? A lie designed to keep you in survival mode, in compliance, in the slow descent that most bodies on this planet have accepted, because no one ever told them another option exists. Look at your hands. Look at your face in the dim light. Look at the way your shoulders carry weight that wasn't there 10 years ago. And ask yourself honestly, when did you start aging? Was it gradual, or was it the moment something inside you collapsed? A loss, a betrayal, a silence after a relationship ended, a career that drained you for too long, a version of yourself you abandoned in a room you never returned to. Aging is not automatic. Aging is a signal you've been broadcasting daily, sometimes for decades, often without knowing. And here's what most people never realize. The body is not a clock. The body is a transmission. It listens to what you consistently demonstrate, not what you occasionally hope. Every morning when you look in the mirror and confirm the decline, every night when you scroll while telling yourself you are tired, depleted, past your prime, your cells are receiving instructions. They are coding regeneration off and survival on. You are not aging because time is passing. You are aging because frequency is dropping. Stay with me, because this distinction is everything. Time will pass whether you like it or not. But frequency? Frequency is something you hold. Frequency is the rate at which your cellular memory remembers wholeness. And the moment that drops below a certain threshold, the body begins to age, not because of years, but because of the absence of an instruction it was waiting for. Tension in the throat, a small wave of heat behind the eyes, maybe a tear forming, but it isn't sadness. It's recognition. Something inside you has been waiting decades to hear this exact sentence. It was never your body that gave up first. It was the version of you that stopped speaking to it. You stopped saying, "I am alive." You started saying, "I am tired." You stopped saying, "I am in my prime." You started saying, "I am getting older." You stopped saying, "I am untouchable." You started saying, "I am vulnerable, I am declining, I am running out." And the body did what bodies do. It obeyed. This is not motivation, this is activation. Activation of an instruction set that has been dormant inside you since the moment you signed your first soul contract. Because the body you have right now is not the body you were given. It is the body you've been negotiating with, half-consciously, for years. You are not a victim of biology. You are the biological authority of your own form. And the higher beings, the silent witnesses, the ones who watch the chosen ones from beyond the threshold, they are not here to fix you. They are here to remind you of an architecture you already are. The 47 seconds you're inside right now, this isn't a countdown to something arriving. This is a window for something that has been trying to return to you since the moment you forgot it ever left. You are not chasing youth. You are restoring frequency. You are not regressing in time. You are remembering form. You are not 47 years old, or 52, or 38, or whatever number is sitting in your driver's license. You are a sovereign code wearing a temporary number, and the number changes the moment the code remembers itself. Right now, something is shifting. Stay with this. And here's what most people never realize. The body has a target frequency. It has a baseline it returns to whenever you stop interfering. That baseline, that organic, undistorted, original signal, has a name in some traditions, a number in others, a sensation in your chest right now that you can almost feel but can't quite name. It is the frequency of 27, not the age, not the year, not the literal number on a calendar. 27 is the code name, the symbolic threshold, the vibrational resonance the human form was designed to hold indefinitely if nothing got in the way. The body before chronic stress, the skin before the second heartbreak rewrote your nervous system, the voice before you started apologizing for taking up space, the eyes before you stopped expecting magic, the cellular memory before survival mode took over and never gave the keys back. The higher beings are not adding years to you. They are removing the static. They are subtracting the distortion. They are stripping away every frequency the body absorbed that wasn't yours to carry. This is the recalibration. This is the activation. This is the silent process that is already running right now while you're listening, whether you understand it intellectually or not. A soft warmth somewhere. Maybe the back of the neck, maybe the chest, maybe the palms. That warmth is not imagination. That is the nervous system beginning to drop out of survival and into regeneration mode for the first time in possibly years. Stay with me, because this is the part most people miss. The body cannot age and regenerate simultaneously. They are mutually exclusive states. They run on different operating systems, different chemistries, different architectures of reality. When the body is in survival, it is breaking down. When the body is in creation, it is rebuilding. There is no middle. There is no neutral. Every second of every day, you are running one of these two programs. And almost no one walking through ordinary life is in regeneration mode. Most people live their entire adult lives in low-grade survival, the kind that doesn't feel like an emergency, but functions exactly like one. The body keeps the alarm signal elevated, keeps inflammation simmering, keeps cellular repair on the back burner because it is constantly bracing for a threat that never arrives. That is why people age the way they do, not because of years spent in a state the body was never designed to inhabit chronically. The higher beings, the ones who have been watching the chosen ones cross thresholds for thousands of years, are not breaking laws of physics. They are simply transmitting an instruction your nervous system has not received in a long time. The instruction is this: you are safe enough to rebuild. Hear that. Let that land. You are safe enough to rebuild. For some of you, that sentence will pass through and feel pleasant. For others, and you know who you are, that sentence will bring a small chill down the spine, a tear forming without sadness, a sense of something dissolving inside you that has been knotted for decades. That dissolution is the signal. That is the transmission landing in the cellular memory. That is regeneration mode coming online while you sit there, doing nothing but listening. This is not motivation. This is activation. Activation of the original code, the one that was running when you were a child and your body healed cuts in days, recovered from bruises overnight, slept, and woke up new. That code is still in you. It never left. It was just outvoted year after year by a louder signal. The signal of stress, the signal of disappointment, the signal of forgetting who you are. The higher beings are not giving you anything. They are reminding you of what was always installed. You are not borrowing youth from somewhere. You are remembering the frequency the body holds when it is not under siege. You are not 47 seconds away from a miracle. You are 47 seconds into the threshold of a return. Right now, something is shifting in the cellular architecture of your form. You may not feel it as fireworks. You may feel it as quiet, as stillness, as the strange sensation that your shoulders just dropped half an inch without you telling them to. That is the body remembering it is allowed to relax this deeply. Breathe, slowly, fully. Let the recalibration continue. And here is where it deepens. Because what is about to be said is the part of this transmission most channels do not have permission to share. There is a version of you that already exists at the frequency of 27, not the age, the resonance. The version of you whose face is not carrying the residue of every disappointment. The version of you whose spine is straight, not because you remind it to be, but because nothing has been compressing it. The version of you whose eyes look back from the mirror with the steady clarity of someone who has nothing to apologize for. That version is not in your future. That version exists right now, in a parallel timeline, in a layer of the field that runs alongside your current experience, separated only by frequency, only by the awareness needed to step across. And here's what most people never realize. The distance between you and that version is not measured in years. It is not measured in supplements or routines or how many hours of sleep you got last week. It is measured in identity, in how consistently you broadcast the signal of who you are. You are not becoming that version. You never were going to become that version. You are merging with it. Becoming implies distance. Becoming implies travel. Becoming implies a process that takes time, and time is the trap that has been keeping the body locked in slow decline. Merging is different. Merging is what happens the moment your current self and the parallel version begin transmitting the same signal. The instant the resonance matches, the timelines collapse, and what was distant becomes present. Close your eyes if you can. If you're driving, keep them open, but soften your gaze and see that version, not as fantasy, as recognition, the way the skin holds light, the way the shoulders carry no defensive armor, the way the body moves through a room without checking whether it's allowed to take up space, the way the breath is deep naturally, without instruction, the way the eyes look back at you and say, "Finally, you found me." Goosebumps somewhere on the body, a subtle pressure across the chest, a pull, almost magnetic, in the center of the spine. That is the merge beginning. That is the parallel version moving toward you, because you finally turn to face it. Stay with this. Because the body cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. The nervous system, the cellular memory, the entire biochemistry, it cannot distinguish what is happening in front of your eyes from what is happening with intensity behind them. This is not metaphor. This is biological architecture. When you rehearse with full sensory presence the version of you at the frequency of 27, every cell in your body receives the same instruction it would receive if you were actually living that experience right now. Your nervous system begins releasing the same chemistry. Your cellular regeneration systems begin coding for that form. Your face begins, slowly at first and then not so slowly, to organize itself around the version you keep returning to in stillness. You are not pretending. You are practicing the embodiment. And every time you practice it, the field updates. The architecture of reality re-renders. The parallel version moves closer because the resonance is stronger. This is the truth about timeline shifts. They are not dramatic events. They are the quiet result of consistent rehearsal. A new version of you stabilizes in the field the moment your inner state stops fluctuating around it. The chosen ones know this. The chosen ones do not wait for the body to change before they speak as the changed version. They speak as it, dwell as it, rest as it, and the body has no choice but to follow. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are not searching for a method. You are not asking permission from a future timeline. You are remembering a self that was never lost. Eyes feeling heavier, a quiet vibration in the lower body, a warmth spreading from the chest outward. These are not random sensations. These are the signature of merge. Your two timelines are kissing at the edges and your nervous system is registering the contact. Right now, Something is shifting in the architecture of who you are. The version of you at 27, the version that is untouchable, that broadcasts wholeness, that does not negotiate with decline, is not far. That version is exactly as close as the next breath. Exactly as close as the next time you say the words "I am untouchable now," and let them land in the body without correction, without doubt, without the mind trying to make it smaller. Breathe, slowly, fully. You are merging. Now stay with me, because this is the part where the rational mind needs something to hold. The part where the skeptic inside you needs to understand the mechanism, not just feel the transmission. How does this actually work? How does a body that has been on a slow downward curve for decades begin to reorganize itself around a younger frequency? How does the cellular memory rewrite itself? How does the architecture of biology, which appears so fixed, so inevitable, so governed by the laws of decay, bend toward regeneration? The answer is in the nervous system, and specifically, in which mode it is running. The body has two primary operating systems. There is survival mode, the state of bracing, scanning, contracting, defending. And there is creation mode, the state of opening, building, restoring, allowing. These two modes do not coexist. They take turns, and whichever one you spend the majority of your time in is the one that defines what your body is allowed to do. In survival mode, the body cannot regenerate. It is not designed to. It is too busy preparing for an emergency. Cellular repair is deprioritized. Hormonal balance shifts toward defense. The skin, the joints, the organs, the face, all of them receive the message that this is not a safe time to invest in renewal. So they don't. They simply hold the line. And over time, holding the line looks exactly like aging. In creation mode, the body is finally allowed to do what it was designed to do: rebuild, recalibrate, refine. Cells repair more deeply. Tissues remodel. The face softens not because of relaxation alone, but because the underlying chemistry is finally permitted to work. This is regeneration mode. This is biological authority restored. And here's what most people never realize. You do not get into creation mode by trying harder. You do not get there by adding more to your life. You get there by removing the chronic signal of threat, by teaching the nervous system, through repetition, that it is safe enough to rebuild. This is why declarations work. This is why the right words, said with the right embodiment, said consistently, change the body in ways that no protocol alone ever can. Because every word is a signal. Every signal trains the nervous system. And the nervous system, in turn, decides which mode the body runs in. I am tired is a signal. I am declining is a signal. I am too old for that is a signal. Every time you say one of these, whether out loud, whether in thought, whether in the quiet of the mirror, you are voting for survival mode. You are coding the body to brace and conserve, not to renew. I am untouchable now is a signal of a different kind. It is an instruction. It is a frequency. It is the kind of declaration that, repeated with embodiment, drops the nervous system out of bracing and into building. It tells the cellular memory, you are safe. You are sovereign. You can rebuild without apology. Stay with me, because the repetition is not magical thinking. The repetition is what physically rewires the system. The brain forms patterns through what it encounters most often. The nervous system stabilizes around the state it spends the most time in. The body begins to organize itself around the identity that is most consistently demonstrated. This is the mechanism. This is how the higher beings work, not by reaching down and changing your body for you, by transmitting a frequency that, if you stay in it long enough, retrains your own internal system to match. They are not doing the work. They are holding the field stable so that you can. A subtle pressure in the chest, breath naturally deepening, the sense of something dissolving in the lower belly. These are signs that the nervous system is dropping, that the field is taking, that you are crossing from survival into the early stages of regeneration mode while you sit and listen. This is not faith. This is not wishful thinking. This is biology responding to consistent identity-level instructions, exactly the way it has always been designed to. Control is not alignment. Control is resistance disguised as effort. The chosen ones do not white-knuckle their way into a younger body. They drop into the frequency and the body follows because that is what the body is made to do. You are not forcing change. You are permitting return. You are not chasing youth. You are restoring biology. You are not 47 years old fighting time. You are a sovereign code that finally remembered it has the keys. Stay with this. The mechanism is already running. Now here is the part you cannot unhear. The part that, once it lands, will follow you for the rest of your life. Whether you continue down this path or whether you choose to return to who you were before tonight, you have crossed a threshold, not metaphorically, functionally. Something in your nervous system has shifted in the time you've been listening. The breath is deeper, the shoulders are lower. The cellular memory has registered a frequency it has not held in years, possibly decades. And your subconscious, which records everything, has filed this experience as a reference point, a new baseline, a new memory of what is possible inside this body. You can't unsee this. You can't unhear it. You can't pretend after tonight that you did not know there was another way. And here's the truth most people aren't ready to hear. From this moment forward, every decision you make is a choice between two timelines. There is the timeline where you forget, where you let the busyness of tomorrow erase the stillness of tonight, where you tell yourself it was a nice video, an interesting moment, but life is what life is, and the body does what bodies do. That timeline still exists. That timeline is real. The version of you who lives in that timeline is not punished. They are simply not the one who steps through. And then there is the other timeline, the one where you walk away from this transmission and begin, quietly, deliberately, to live as the version that already exists at the frequency of 27. Not loudly, not perfectly, not in some dramatic external transformation that everyone notices, but internally, in the way you speak to your reflection, in the way you respond when you feel tired, in the way you refuse to sign the daily contract of decline that most people sign without ever reading. The two paths are real, and the choice is happening now, whether you make it consciously or not. This is the responsibility part, the part the soft channels do not say out loud, because the truth is, no higher being, no transmission, no field activation can override the daily voting your nervous system does. The chosen ones are not chosen because something special was given to them. They are chosen because they finally took ownership of their own biology and stopped outsourcing it to time. You are not a victim. You are not a survivor. You are the architect. You are not waiting for permission. You are not waiting for proof. You are not waiting for someone outside of you to confirm that you are allowed to embody the frequency you were always designed to hold. The higher beings are not coming down to fix you. They are watching to see whether you finally choose yourself. Stay with this, because this part stings a little, and it should. The sting is the recognition that all those years you blamed on aging, on stress, on circumstance, on not enough sleep, on bad genetics, those were votes you cast, day after day, without ever realizing you had a ballot. But now you do. Now you cannot pretend you didn't. This is where the transmission becomes flesh, becomes practice, becomes the daily refusal to broadcast a frequency that does not belong to you. The chosen ones do not become untouchable in a single moment. They become untouchable because they refuse, day after day, to identify with the slow erosion that everyone around them accepts as normal. The illusion of separation says you are alone in this, that no one else is listening tonight, that this is just you, in a quiet room, with a screen. The illusion is the lie that keeps people locked in the descent. The truth is the field is full of chosen ones doing this exact thing right now, in different rooms, at different hours, at this same vibrational gateway. You are part of a transmission that is bigger than the one body you happen to be wearing. A chill down the spine, a quiet stillness across the chest, the eyes feeling heavier but in a different way, not from tiredness, from depth. These are the markers of integration, the phase where the message stops being information and becomes structure inside you. This is not motivation. This is activation. And activation, once it lands, does not turn off because you forget to think about it. It runs in the background. It rewrites slowly, persistently, identity level, beneath the noise of daily life. You are not the same person who pressed play. You will not wake up tomorrow with the same nervous system you had this morning. The recalibration has begun. The split between the version who descends and the version who rises is now visible from the inside. Right now, something is shifting. And once it shifts at this depth, it does not unshift. It only stabilizes deeper. Breathe, slowly, fully. Let the rhythm slow. Let the body settle. Let the transmission finish landing in every cell that has been waiting decades to receive it. You came here tonight thinking you were watching a video. You are leaving tonight inside a different body. Not a metaphor, A literal nervous system that has touched even briefly a frequency it had forgotten was its birthright. That memory does not erase. That memory becomes the new floor, the new baseline, the new place the body will keep trying to return to from now on. The higher beings have done what they came to do. They have held the field steady long enough for you to remember. They have transmitted the frequency of 27, not the age, the resonance, into a system that had drifted into compliance with decline. The reversal is not something they performed on you. It is something they activated inside you. The work, from here, is yours. You are not chasing a younger body. You are inhabiting the original signal. You are not trying to look 27. You are remembering what untouchable feels like. You are not waiting for results. You are the result. The chosen ones are not the ones who needed less work. They are the ones who finally stopped voting against themselves. And tonight, you joined them, quietly, without spectacle, inside the small, invisible threshold of 47 seconds that is now stretched into something the rest of your life will never quite reach the bottom of. Right now, go to the comments and type, "I am untouchable now," not as a trend, not as something everyone else is doing, but as a declaration. A signal to yourself that the frequency of decline no longer has a contract with your body, that the version of you at the resonance of 27 is no longer parallel. It is present, that you have crossed the threshold and you do not intend to cross back. Type those 4 words slowly. Feel each one land. I am untouchable. Now, not later. Now, not when the body proves it. Now, because the declaration is the proof. The declaration is the instruction. The declaration is the signal that the cellular memory has been waiting for since long before you knew it was waiting at all. And every time you feel the old frequency try to creep back in, the tiredness, the heaviness, the quiet voice that says you're past your prime, you return to those 4 words. You whisper them into the mirror. You feel them in the chest. You let the body remember what it has now touched. This is not a video you watched. This is a transmission you received. You are not the same. You will not be the same. And the version of you at the frequency of 27, the untouchable one, the sovereign one, the original one, is no longer waiting on the other side of a parallel timeline. That version is sitting where you are sitting, breathing the breath you are breathing, wearing the body you are now learning, slowly, to call your own again. 47 seconds was never the countdown. 47 seconds was the doorway. And the door, it is still open.